How are you doing? I hope everything is fine. Well, today I'm going to present a test about narrative text. Narrative text is a text which presents realistic fiction story that used to entertain the readers. This text has three elements in general structure. There are orientation in the beginning, complication in the middle part, and the resolution at the end of the story. There is also one important thing that people usually ask in the narrative text, which is called the moral value or the moral message of the story. Okay friends, here is my story. The title of the story is The Ant and the Dove. The Ant and the Dove. One hot day, an ant was seeking for some water. After walking around for a moment, she came to a spring. To reach the spring, she had to climb up a blade of grass. While making her way up, she slipped and fell unintentionally into the water. And friends, that is the orientation part. Now I'm going to the complication part. She could have sung if a dove up a nearby tree had not seen her. Seeing that the ant was in trouble, the dove quickly put off a leaf from a tree and dropped it immediately into the water near. The struggling ant, the ant moved toward the leaf and climbed up there. So it carried her safely to dry ground. Okay friends, now I will tell you the resolution. Not long after that, there was a hunter nearby who was throwing out his net toward the dove, hoping to trap it in this way. Guessing what he should do, the ant quickly bit him on the heel. Feeling the pain, the hunter dropped his net and the dove flew away quickly from this net. Friends, to end my presentation, I will tell the moral value of this story. The moral value of this story is one good turn deserves another. Thank you so much to watching the video. God bless you.
Good evening, my English teacher. How are you doing? I hope everything is fine. My name is Philip Isaldio, and I want to present my text about narrative text. So, narrative text is a text which presents realistic fiction story that used to entertain the readers. Narrative texts have three elements in general structure. There are orientation, complication, and resolution. And the most important that people usually ask is moral value. Now, I'm gonna tell you one story. The title is The Lion and the Mouse. Okay, let's just begin. In a dense forest there lived a mighty lion that all other creatures were afraid of. The king of the forest is known to be very frightening, knows no fear, and he feels must be respected by all the creatures in the forest. He spent part of his time hunting and partly sleeping. No living creature in the forest dares to approach his nest, especially when the lion of the forest king is sleeping. The mighty beast is very angry if his sleep is disturbed in any way. Once upon a time, a lion is sleeping. Suddenly, a mouse passed in front of his face and woke him up. Then the lion quickly cut the rat and was about to kill him. The rat then begged to be forgiven. "Forgive me," said the mouse. If you will forgive me, one day I will repay your kindness." The lion laughed, then released the mouse. A few days later, while walking in the forest, the lion was caught by a group of hunters, who then bound him with strong ropes. The hunters left him there to be taken next day, when his energy had run out and he couldn't fight anymore. The lion tried to break free, but couldn't because the ropes were too strong. He rushed to ask for help. The rat heard lion's roar from a distance, then came to help him. He nibbled the ropes, then bound the lion until it broke. After the lion was freed from the hunter's trap, the rat then told him, "You used to laugh when I said that someday I will definitely repay your kindness. Now it has been proven, right? I, a mouse, save you, a lion." Now the lesson to be drawn from this tale is we must not underestimate others, because maybe someday we will need help from him. Maybe. So we must respect each other and not to be arrogant. This fairy tale was adapted from Aesop's fable story entitled The Lion and the Mouse. So, thank you. My name is Philippi, and goodbye.
Good morning, my English teacher and my friends. How are you guys doing? I hope you guys doing well and fine today. So today I'm going to present my task about narrative text. But first of all, I'm going to explain what is narrative text. So, narrative text is a text which present a realistic fiction stories that used to entertain the readers. This text has three elements in its general structure: their orientation at the beginning, and then complication in the middle, and resolution at the end of the story. But there's one important thing that people usually ask in the narrative text, which is the moral of the story. So I'm gonna jump into the stories that I'm going to read and explain where's the orientation, complication, and resolution. So yeah. Okay, now I'm going to read the story and also explain where is the orientation, complication, and resolution. My story title was True Friends. Once upon a time, there were two close friends who walked into the forest together. So that was the orientation part, and I'm going to continue to the complication part. They knew that anything dangerous can happen anytime in the forest. So they promised each other that they will always be together in the case of danger. Suddenly, they saw a large bear getting close toward them. One of them climbed a tree at once, but unfortunately, the other one did not know how to climb up a tree. So being led by his common sense, he lay down on the ground and breathless and pretended to be a dead man. The bear came near the one who was lying on the ground. It smelled his hair and slowly left the place because the bear do not want to touch the dead creatures. That was the complication part. And I'm going to continue with the resolution part. After that, the friend on the tree came down and asked his friend that was on the ground, "Friend, what did the bear whisper to you?" The other friend replied, "Just now the bear advised me to not believe a false friend." That's a resolution. And now I'm going to explain where the moral of the story is: a true friend in need is a friend